Hey everyone, it's Katie from Create Your Future. I am a law of attraction coach here, a certified life coach, and a meditation teacher. And today I have a success story for you about how one of my clients was able to get through the bridge of events, transform or transmute her negative thoughts, and get her specific person to come back to her after a breakup. So let's dive right into the story. And then I'm going to go into some of the inner conversations we practiced together so you have some examples to play with. Okay, so this client, they were dating for some time before and basically got into a big breakup, a big fight. She had done some things wrong, he had done some things wrong, and it looked like a relationship ending fight, right? So when we started working together, she was in the place where she was really bound to her circumstance. She really thought the circumstance was too big. She had messed up too much. He had messed up too much. It just wasn't going to work. Okay. So the big thing that we had to go into was circumstances don't matter. Okay. You created the breakup. You can create the coming back together. You just have to decide on the inside because you are the operant power. Right. And it's really common that when there's a breakup, we tend to feel helpless. We tend to feel rejected and abandoned, like someone left us, right? That circumstances were out of our control. And so it's really important to take your power back. Whatever situation you're in right now, you are the operant power. What that means is your thoughts created it, and only your thoughts can change it. Remember, your specific person is just you pushed out, okay? They have no free will. And what that means is if you broke up, okay, that means you had negative thoughts that created that breakup. You had a negative version of your specific person that had to get pushed out because it was dominant within you. Right? When we fixate on what we're doing wrong or what the other person's doing wrong, we're focused on this dominant version of someone that we don't really want to be with, but because they have no free will, right? If you're scared that your specific person is going to leave you, if you're scared about a breakup or being rejected or abandoned, and that's dominant, guess what? It has to get pushed out. It's the law. But it's all changeable. It's all malleable. Okay? None of it's really that big of a deal. I know it hurts. I know it's painful. But I say it's not that big of a deal because your world, your reality is completely malleable. Because remember, your outside world, your 3D world, is just your 4D pushed out. That's it. Your 4D being your inner thoughts, your inner conversations, your inner feelings. Whatever you're doing on the inside right now, that's what your future is. That's what's going to get pushed out. So take your power back and know that, okay, my thoughts created it. My thoughts can change it. So let's talk about how she changed it. So during this breakup, she was in a place where she wasn't seeing him, right? There wasn't social media. They don't use social media. So she really had no idea what he was up to, what was going on. And a lot of questions would come in our sessions. You know, what's he thinking right now? When's this going to work? Is he with somebody else? Does he still love me? Right? Is this really working? Okay. You don't even need the answer to those questions. You're going to decide the answer. The first thing you want to notice with those questions is they're all doubt. None of those questions feel good. So it's really important that we listen to our feelings when we're consciously manifesting. Right? Because our feelings are letting us know, is that thought in alignment with the reality that we're trying to go into, or is it out of alignment? Right? And when you think things like, what are they doing right now? What are they thinking? What's going on? You are going outside of your own power. Right? Because your person is alive inside of you. And what that means is if your whole inner world, your 4D world, what you think, feel, your inner conversations is just getting pushed out all the time, right? That means everyone in your world is just inside of you, listening to you, responding to your thoughts and inner conversations about them, okay? So no one's outside of you. I know that's really it's strange to get the brain to wrap around that, but it all starts from within you. This is just a projection. It doesn't invalidate the 3D, it's just knowing the source of the 3D, which is from the inside. So yes, that means your person is inside of you right now. You want to know what they're thinking? Decide. There's infinite versions of them. Now, if you want to be back with your specific person, then let's focus on the version of them that's thinking about how much they love you. Let's focus on the version of your person that is so ready to get back together. And we do that via inner conversations. So the biggest thing we had to start focusing on is when she had these doubts coming up, You know, is this working? What's he thinking? What's happening? If it doesn't feel good, don't even entertain that thought. Right? We don't have to invalidate it. We don't have to get any power. Just change it to what you want. Decide on the inside what you want that thought to be, because the thoughts create. Okay? So we would say, all right, what is he thinking? Okay, well, he's thinking how much he loves me, how much he adores me, how he knows we're going to get past this. Right? How he is the strong version of himself that's ready for a real commitment now. We both are. How he's thankful, right, that he knows me, that he's met me, and that we can start over. And when she started thinking these thoughts, I'd ask her, how does that feel? She'd be like, that feels empowering. That feels really good. That feels like strong. And so again, your emotions are letting you know, are you thinking thoughts within the realm of your power? Are you thinking thoughts that actually align with the frequency of the reality that you want to create? And you know by how you feel. So when you're thinking these doubting thoughts, indecision thoughts, they feel terrible. And for whatever reason, we get sucked into like, well, it must be true. So I don't know if this is working. I really don't know what they're thinking. I'm crazy for trying to manifest this. No, just ask yourself, if it doesn't feel good, right? Does this feel good? No. Then it's not true. It's not in alignment with my ideal reality. So these thoughts are just coming up so I can change them. Not a big deal. But we have to transmute them, right? Because energy doesn't just disappear. We have to change the energy. So this negative energy comes up of indecision, like, where is he? What's going on? Is this working? And we just change it to positive, like, he loves me. He's here with me. Everything's working out. Everything's always working out for me. Right? And that adds to our law of assumption. Law of assumption being that you are assuming everything is in your favor. Everything that's occurring, you give it a positive meaning, because everything is meaningless and void except for the meaning we give it. So we want to give everything the meaning of, you know, I'm not hearing from them right now on the outside because I'm connecting to them on the inside because they love me and they adore me. And all this time is just going to give us so much more strength to our relationship. Everything that's happening is perfect for us to be together. Everything that's occurring right now is so we could get married. It's so we could have a child. It's so we could have a stronger, more loving relationship. You want to give everything a positive meaning. Everything. So it's that mental diet of just watching every single thought and making sure it's a thought you want to create. So let's go over some common doubts, okay? And do some inner conversations to help you know how to respond to these common doubts that happen to everyone. And what happened with this client, right, is she had to go through all the doubts. She had to go through all, and this happens, right? So many different doubts, so many different insecurities. Like, is he with somebody else? Does he really love me? Will he ever change? She had to go through them one by one and change them, transmute them into what she wanted. And she did through these inner conversations. And then by the time he came back to her, she never left a finger, he did come back to her. And he was ready. And the best part is he, of course, was telling her, you know, this whole time I've been thinking about how we can make this work. I was thinking about my future with you. I was thinking about commitment with you. Before that, they weren't even talking about marriage. They weren't even talking about committing to each other. He started coming back, and he had been contemplating marriage. He's contemplating, okay, if we're going to do this again, I want it to be like forever, right? And during that time, during that breakup, she didn't react, she didn't freak out. It doesn't mean she didn't express herself. She did, right? I always want to give my clients permission. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to get angry, but do it in a healthy way, right? And to me, that just means, you know, I'll sit and just journal, and I'll cry, and I'll get angry, and then I'll just go and change the conversation to what I want it to be. Because for me, at least, I need to express that emotion, not onto the person, not onto the 3D. It's like, I'll just express it. I'll just journal. And then that gives me the clarity. Once it's out, it gives me the clarity to just neutralize and just decide, what do I want this to be? Okay, so let's do these inner conversations to help you. And if you are just in this bridge, like this client was in separation, just stick with it. Just stick with it. It's part of the process. It's progress when these negative thoughts come up. It's your ability to change it. Every thought is getting you closer. All right, so let's try a few. So the big one, what are they thinking right now? So you want to remind yourself, they are thinking whatever I think they're thinking. So I would say something like, okay, they're thinking about how much they appreciate me and how much they love me. And then I'd hear them say to me in an inner conversation, you know, I appreciate how strong you are. I appreciate how beautiful you are. I appreciate how you fight for this relationship. I appreciate that even through these conflicts, you're willing to work it out with me. Right? I just appreciate who you are. This time is giving me, the perspective to see how brilliant you are and how lucky I am to be with you, no matter what we've done in the past. And then you always want to respond. So I would respond with like, thank you. And I like to use feeling statements. Like, I feel so relieved to hear you say that this time has only benefited us. It feels so good to hear you appreciate me. I'm so happy that we're on the same page and we want to go forward together. So another one, where are they? Here's a big one. Where are they? Where are they in the 3D? Well, they're wherever you think they are, right? So you might as well just decide, okay, they're at home, meditating on how much they love me, manifesting me back. And then I actually really like to just say, like, they're with me right now. They're with me because they're alive inside of me. Right? So where are they? They're with me. They're breathing with me right now. And then I'd hear my inner SP, specific person, say to me, hey, I'm with you. I'm always with you. I'm never going to leave you. I'm always by your side. I'm always available for you. I'll always be right here whenever you need me. And then I'll reply, I thank you. Like, I feel so secure. I feel so secure that you're here and by my side. It feels so good to know that you're always alive inside of me. And that's always getting pushed out. You're always around me. I love feeling so secure and content that we're just always together. It's such a relief. Another big one. Okay, do they love me? Do they love me? Do they love someone else? Do they love me? So decide on the inside, yes, I intend and I know that they love me and only me. And then I'd have an inner conversation. I'd hear them say to me, you're the only one for me. I feel so connected to you. I feel like our hearts are one. I just appreciate everything about you. I accept everything about you. You're made for me. You're my dream girl. You're my dream guy. You're everything I could ever want and so much more. And I would reply, thank you for constantly showering me with love and affection. I feel so loved. I feel so cherished. I feel so adored. Thank you for that. Another big one. Is this working? So I love again, that's just doubt. Doesn't feel good. Of course it's working. It is always working. Everything's working out for me right now. Everything, even in ways I can't see it, is working out for me. And then I'm going to hear my inner specific person say to me, this is working. This is absolutely working. You are in the right place at the right time. You're thinking the right thoughts. Everything is unfolding as it should be. There's nothing to be afraid of. You got this. You are the operant power. You're the master creator. Everything is flowing perfectly in this world for you. This whole world is for you because there's nothing against you. And this is done. This is a promise. And you're doing such a great job in each moment of finding the best thoughts, of connecting with me, of knowing that this inner world is what's getting pushed out. You're doing such a good job. And then you want to reply, right? So I would reply with, thank you. Thank you for reminding me that I'm the operant power. Thank you for reminding me that this is always working. Seen and unseen, everything's working out for me. And that I always get what I desire. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Thank you. So those are some examples of common doubts and how you can go about doing inner conversations to get you back on track, to keep you going. Remember that doubts are part of this process. It's the purification of the mind. Nothing is wrong. But it's those pivotal moments where when a doubt comes up, if it doesn't feel good, okay, don't need to react to this thought. Don't need to believe it. It doesn't feel good. It's just coming up so I can change it. So you go and change it. So you change that, and then I like to do the inner conversation to really back it up, right? And so if you're really in anxiety, if you're really, just feeling like helpless, okay, that's your key. You're just in an old state, okay? You're just in an old state, an old version of you's coming up because she or he wants to be changed, right? And it's like, no, I'm the version of me that knows I'm God. I'm the version of me that feels confident, right? That just knows how the universe works. And this is that old version of me that I'm just going to change lovingly. Because I know if it doesn't feel good, it's just not true for me anymore. So I'm going to change it. It's not a big deal. And this is part of the process. This is part of the process. And I know this is positive momentum. So I'm so thankful for that. So see it all working in your favor because it is. Right? And going back to that client, she had to face all those big insecurities, all those big questions. But I really like to see, and I see this in a lot of my clients, like, it's just a part of this process. We have to go through all these versions of us that were insecure, that were abandoned, that didn't know we were God of our reality. And we revisit them so we can change them. It's okay. You're going to come out on the other side so much stronger, knowing that you're God of your reality. And you're going to have your specific person back, but so much more, because now you know how to consciously create a loving relationship that can last forever, if that's what you want. So I intend you all feel really comfortable learning how to navigate through these doubts, through indecision, through fear, knowing that it's part of the process, but not giving your power to it anymore. You're in charge. You got this. All right, so if you need more help with that, I always suggest the 7-day challenge. That's going to keep you on track, especially with the 3 daily meditations, right? To just keep you knowing that you are the God of your reality. You are the God of your reality, right? It's going to help you really master just everyone's also you pushed out, because that's huge, right? The other thing I would recommend is if you're dealing with a lot of rejection or separation, go into revision. I have some workshops on the website that you can check out, the links below. Basically, any of my workshops will help you work on something that you need to revise, whether there's been a big breakup or separation, because those emotional pains, if we don't revise them, they tend to keep getting pushed out, okay? I really find that if we don't transmute that energy, it doesn't go anywhere, right? And so we have to be willing to change it in our subconscious so it doesn't continue into our future. Neville says that our conversations, our inner thinkings, they don't recede into the past. Everything goes into the future, because everything's in the now. So if you're still dealing with a lot of abandonment or separation or rejection, learn the art of revision. I have other videos on it too. I know at first it can be a little triggering to work with, but it's so worth it. And it gives you all your power back when you realize like there's nothing to be afraid of. You were never truly abandoned. You were never truly rejected. Your specific person's with you right now, loving you. Okay, I intend that's helpful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And of course, if you need one-on-one coaching with me, you can sign up with that at the links below. Okay, bye everyone.